What's up, everyone? Welcome into Mikey's Boardroom. I'm Mikey.
I'm Krista.
And tonight we're going to do a review for Paint Roses.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do it last week, but I got sick. So, doing it tonight. Paint the Roses is a cooperative game, puzzle game, where you're working together. You're playing as the gardeners, the Queen's gardeners, and you're trying to paint the roses, various colors, before the Queen catches up to you and cuts your head off. That's sort of the theme of the game. The way it works is you have these different shrub tiles, and all the tiles have one of 4 shrub suits on it. We've got hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs. Whenever we did the playthrough, I called them sweets.
Did you?
And it's really funny because I had one of my teachers used to call them sweets. It was a programming class and we were making blackjack, and he would call them sweets, and I just remember being like, who calls them sweets? And then I was watching, I was like, what the heck? I'm turning into that guy.
That's really funny.
Anyway, so you have the 4 different, basic suits, and then on top of that, you have 4 different colors. You have purple, red, pink, and yellow. There are these cards called whimsy cards that range from easy to hard, and they have different matches on them. They have color to color matches, suit to suit matches, or shape to shape matches, and also color to shape matches on the hard cards. The way it works is the card is sort of like the key, and so you want to make the match that you see on the card. So if it's like a pink to a pink card, you would grab a pink tile from the garden. You would take that tile and put it next to some pinks, and you'd put these things called clue tokens on it, which are just your standard cubes. And for every match that you have on that card, you put that many clue tokens onto the tile, and that kind of lets everybody else know how many matches you have. They can kind of look at it and try and narrow down, okay, two tiles, it could be pink to pink. There's also 2 diamonds, it could be spade to diamond type, kind of narrow it down that way. Everybody gets to play clue tokens every single turn, so there's, the more players, the more clue tokens you have going down all those tiles, so more ways to kind of like figure out what everybody has and guess. If you're guessing correctly, you're going to outpace the Queen, and if you guess incorrectly, she doubles her speed and she's going to catch up to you and cut your head off.
And she does.
And she does quite often. So that's sort of the very basic overview of the game. We have a little bit better of a how to play in our playthrough if you want to check that out. But
did we win? I can't remember.
No, because you messed up. That's why. No, I think we had 2 spaces left.
Okay.
Spoiler. Now they're not going to go watch it. So yeah. Fun game. Check it out. If our playthrough, if you want to see more, how to play it. Yeah, if you want to really see how it plays. Okay, so review. We're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, anything else we want to say about it. We'll rate it, and then we'll jog on.
Okay.
So let's go.
I'm not jogging.
Let's go with.
I did my workout today. There's no way you're catching me jogging.
I wouldn't catch you jogging even if you didn't.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't catch me.
Let's talk about what we liked.
Okay.
Anything you want to start with?
The art. It's so whimsical and it is just appealing. Like I just like looking at it.
It's nice art. It definitely fits the Alice in Wonderland kind of theme.
Yeah, the cards go with it, and they even like how that like vinyl-y finish. Is that how you would describe that?
Linen.
Linen. That's finish, the word. And I feel like that like fits with it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is the art, the component quality, and the theme all are really really nice. Like
even their cheat sheet is so. I just feel like it goes with it perfectly.
Yeah.
How it's laid out.
Yeah, exactly. So it does look really nice, and we have the deluxe, and so the tiles are pretty nice acrylic or whatever. I think and we also have the double slotted player board or whatever. But I think
is it not really slotted?
I think retail it's not slotted and it's just cardboard. So it'd be
really annoying.
Much more annoying to play.
Yeah.
So that is an instance where I can see how the deluxeification of it actually makes it a better game.
Yeah.
Because you don't have just little thin cardboard that's sliding all around.
So how much more is it?
I don't remember. I think retail I want to say was like 45. Okay. And this was like 60. I think it was like a $15. I feel like
that's worth it.
It's worth it. I don't know if you can even get the deluxe. I don't know. I think the deluxe was only if you backed on Kickstarter. Retail is for everything else. Obviously, there's a secondhand market, but I don't think you can get the deluxe from their website. I could be wrong. You might be able to get it straight from their website. Still the deluxe version, but if you can, it's worth $15. And I never say to get the deluxe stuff. Yeah. But it is worth the $15. If you have no money to spare, then I would say that this game is still worth it. But watch the rest of our review. Anything else you want to say? Pros?
I feel like they put a lot of thought into the mechanics,
Yeah.
and I like that a lot.
It seems really well tested.
It does, yeah. Everything kind of works. Although we tried the expansions.
This is not a
Not so
review of the
much.
expansions. We played the base game quite a bit. We tried one or two of the expansions, and it just like seemed like way too much. Like we have to play the game and also worry about this other thing. Like we still lose the game most of the time.
Like it's hard.
So I want to do a separate review of the expansions once we do that more. But at this moment, it just seemed like I was like, I don't even want to play with the expansions. I'd rather just play the base game.
Which means it's a solid base game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that says the expansions are because the expansions came with the deluxe version. If you go retail, you don't get the expansions. You just get the base game. So maybe that's a reason to skip the deluxe version if you really can't afford it.
Yeah.
I like the puzzle, the puzzle that this game brings, where you're trying to match put the clue tokens on and figure out what their matches are. Like it's a fun puzzle.
It is. It's not so much that it makes my brain feel like oatmeal.
Yeah, it's fairly easy, but it's also like it's not so easy that you can't just ignore it. Like you have to think about it, and you get it wrong. Like you're going to get wrong guesses every single game.
Yeah.
And that's why she's always catching up on you. So like it's a fun puzzle. It's not too brain burner.
It's easy enough to play when kids are climbing all over you. For sure.
Yeah, we played it around the kids, and it makes it slightly harder, but
you can still play it, and it's still
doable.
fun. It doesn't feel like a chore.
And I like guessing the hints just as much as I like trying to find the right tile.
I like trying to read your brain.
Yeah.
And like the choices that you make. It's
exactly.
I feel like I'm playing a game with you.
Yeah, both sides. Yeah, it definitely feels cooperative.
Yeah.
Both sides of the puzzle are like fun. Like trying to guess what she has is fun, as well as trying to decide where I'm gonna play to give her the best clue. Or like if last turn I didn't have any hints, I'm like, where can I play so that I give her different clues than I did last turn.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just the
even
puzzle
brings kind of fun.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like this is one of those games where you can lose and win. It does not matter because like the game is fun.
Yeah.
Like even if you win or lose, doesn't matter. And I kind of touched on this. I like how the clues you don't give are almost just as important as the clues you do give.
For sure.
When you lay a tile that has no matches. Yeah. You can play upon that and lay a second tile. Your next turn, lay a tile that also doesn't have matches, maybe, but it doesn't have different matches, so it gives it kind of narrows.
There's a lot of like silent hints. Which
exactly.
Is
I just
nice.
It's just a really fun puzzle. Like it's fun to play with someone else and help each other try and guess what it is.
It's fun, basically.
I like that it's really quick.
Yeah.
The box says an hour. I can see how it would take an hour
that.
if you're playing at max player count and you're using the hard cards. And everybody's using the papers and marking off. I can
if you're playing the hardest you possibly
if you're
can.
trying your best and there's a lot of people and they're all playing like you're playing at a difficult level.
Yeah.
It can take that long, but I like that just playing at medium difficulty at 2 players.
Yeah.
We can get a game out in 10 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah. I'd say 10 to 30 depending on
I would say
30.
30 is like our max. I feel like like on average we're finishing this game in about 15 minutes on average.
I wonder if it adds like 10 to 15 minutes with each player.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But we even played this with more people. But I guess I can't say for sure that it does because we haven't played with more people. But I like that the more players you have, everybody's putting more clue tokens on, so there's even more action going on.
Yeah. I like that you can play stuff even if it's like not your turn. Yeah. Definitely like that.
I really like how quick it's been for us.
Yeah, it feels like it keeps moving. It does not drag.
We can grab this. We can grab this game out, bang out a game or two, and then just go about our day. Yeah. Like it's really easy, really quick. I mean. I also really like that it always comes down to the wire.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun.
Never
I feel like
very
like what's his name? Is it Jack from 24? Is that his name?
Yeah.
It's like, is he gonna save the world?
Exactly. Yeah.
Is he gonna save the president?
Very rarely have we just been demolished. It's happened a few times.
Yeah.
And we've never
bad draws.
We've never won easily. Yeah. It's always close. Sometimes we lose early, but it's always close when we're doing well.
Sometimes you lose.
That's all my pros. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think we nailed them all.
Okay, so real quick, why couldn't Alice get through the door?
There wasn't mushroom.
I saw Alice in Wonderland. There was plenty of mushrooms. Plenty.
When you saw it or in the movie?
Yes. All right, let's go to cons.
Okay.
So, any cons you want to touch on?
You go first. Let me think.
Okay. One we kind of already touched on. The expansions just did not do it for me. I don't want to review those yet.
Yeah.
And like
because
I said,
we didn't play this right at first, and we didn't think it was that great, and then we figured it out.
No, we played it wrong once, and then we figured it out after that. So I wouldn't say that. I just mean that. Let me just shut you down real quick. I just mean that the like I said earlier, the expansions was just like I don't want to have to like what they added different modules to the game where it's like we played with the Cheshire Cat where we had to get these 5 keys, and the way to do that was by lining up the suits. I almost said sweets. By lining up the suits in a row of 5. So 5 spades in a row or 5 diamonds in a row. And the Cheshire Cat ability is that once per turn, you can swap a spade with another suit. So you can kind of manipulate the board as you play to make those rows happen. It was just like doing that while you're still playing Paint the Roses, trying to win. I was like, I can't even like think about that. Like we're trying to survive here, and like that and now we have to get 5 keys this way. So there are a bunch of different ones. There, think of all the Alice in Wonderland characters. Those are the different modules and different like ways that the expansion changes. So Cheshire Cat, Jabberwocky, they all change the game in a little bit differently. But the expansions just I hardly touched them because I was just like immediately like I don't want to deal with that. So I do want to review the expansions later. I guess I shouldn't have put it as a con, but they just didn't do it for me.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Sell this freaking game.
But they're very cute. All the expansion pieces are very whimsical.
Yes.
Very cute.
All the little cards and stuff. And the keys and the Mad, like there's a Mad Hatter who has his own little Tea Party acrylic tiles that go on the board. I also want to note that the expansions might be better with more players rather than just 2. I don't know. That was just a thought that I had possibly because it just seems so ridiculous when we were playing.
We're better at this game now too. We should definitely break them out again.
Yeah.
And try them again now that we understand all the workings of
we'll
the
review
game.
The expansions. Maybe, probably not. Another con for me was the interior box. It looks really nice, like how all of it's stored.
Oh, it's so cute.
It looks really nice, and it's like
cute,
very, very nice looking. But the expansion cards, the way it's stored, it doesn't hold the cards in place if you pick it up like this or like this. So you have to lay it flat. And if you put the box on its side at all, the cards just go everywhere. It holds the acrylic tiles in. It holds the tiles in okay, but all the cards just fly everywhere. So I opened one and found that out, and so all the other ones I've kept the little plastic wrapping. So whenever I just put it back in the plastic wrapping and keep it, so that's a con for me.
You're so stupid.
Because I don't like it's just frustrating. I want to have to sort through it every time.
You're so cute.
So I just the interior box, like I get what they're going for.
Why don't you just buy your little Magic the Gathering card boxes?
Because that's not going to fit in. That's not one. That's not going to fit in the box, and 2, I'm not spending money on deck box holders. If I was going to use that for anything, it'd be Marvel Champions.
Well, don't complain then.
Okay, that is a fair point. Yeah. Do you have any cons? Those are my only cons.
I don't really have any cons. There's not. I mean, it's well built. It's well made.
All right.
Yeah.
Say no more. So let's just move on to any other thoughts that we have about it. Things we might want to bring up that are neither con or pro. Do you have any of those?
I mean, I feel like it's really easy to lose.
Yeah, it's easy to lose. That was one of mine. It's hard to win. So if you don't like losing, like if you just are one of those people that can't lose.
Like I feel like possibly the queen could just not be as hardcore.
Okay.
Like just maybe like a smidge down.
Okay. So up that win percentage a little bit.
Yeah, just because then I want to play it, but it's also like I'll play something else that to me, I have a chance at winning.
Exactly. To me, the fun of this game is like I said in the puzzle,
the puzzle itself.
I get no satisfaction. Like I get a little bit of like whenever we win or make the right call because it's always down to the wire.
Yeah.
But really overall, it's like I'm like okay we won or okay we lost. Like let's play again or let's put it away. It's never like I'm never like I need to win this or I want to win this. It's just like I just want to like do this puzzle with you.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it weighs more in the queen's favor, which is maybe what the goal was.
Yeah, I think so.
But you could make it
She's
a little
the queen.
Bit more.
We're just measly little gardeners. Another one that you might think is funny, but it just really bugs me. What is it? It just really bugs me.
It really grinds your gears.
It really, they put their logo right on the back of the tiles.
Is it something
on
people
every
don't like?
I don't know. It's just on every. I'm like, I bought your game. why do you have to put your logo on the back? Like, I don't know. It doesn't. You never see the back of the tiles ever, other than like when you're like you just never see them. It just bugs me. It just really bugs me. I'm like
nitpicky.
It is nitpicky. It's super.
Definitely not
it is
something
super
I've even thought of.
nitpicky.
It makes sense.
Okay. And
if you were making something and selling it, wouldn't you put your name on it so nobody could resell it, claiming it's theirs? I don't know.
eBay, like I got a bag of acrylic tiles that I made myself.
One man's trash and another man's.
But who cares? It's not a con. I'm acting like it's a con. It's another thought because it's not a con, but it just really like irks me. I'm like, why? I bought your game. You have my money. Why do you feel the need to put your logo on the back of every single acrylic tile?
Why not?
Every single one.
But why not?
Because now I have to. I don't know. I guess I.
Why
I don't
not?
know. Yeah, I don't know why not.
Exactly. So
it just doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know why, but it just doesn't.
It's fine. It doesn't bother me.
And Northstar game.
And in fact, it makes it easy because I know that red go in one place in the box and green go another place in the box.
That's got nothing to do with their logo.
But I mean, like I notice it and it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Okay. If I will say this, like I definitely remembered the name of the company that made this, so maybe that worked. Man, that's their whole point.
I don't.
But it's just I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it. It just irks me. Like I don't understand why they had to do that. It seems like more.
But why
effort.
not?
It seems like more effort, and it would look better. It would look better if it wasn't on the back.
I happen to like the name Northstar.
It would look better, whether you like it or not. It would still the tile would look better if it didn't have it on it. Okay. The only other thought I have is that it brings the same exact puzzle every time you play it. The core puzzle's never going to change. It's not one of those games that brings a lot of different things to the table and you can do different things every time you play it.
But you know what does.
But you know what it does. It does it well, but it does what it does.
No,
and that's it.
No, I was asking you a question. You know what it does do?
Oh, what?
You bring your brain, and your brain is infinite. And so every time the puzzle's going to be different because we're doing different things with our brain. And you're doing things differently, and I'm doing things differently. It's puzzle. It's like a puzzle. You use your brain in puzzles.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
It's not. You use your brain in puzzles.
You're always playing color to color, shape to shape, or shape to color matches.
But the way you play it is different. And the way I give hints to you is different.
Sure, it's different. Yeah. Like I played a club to a red this time, but the core puzzle never changes. It's, like I said, it's not a game that brings different things around the board and different ways to play the game and different things to work on. It does what it does well, but it always brings that same puzzle. It's not a con for me because it's fun, but it's just keep in mind it brings the same thing every single time to the table. So if you're somebody who gets tired of stuff really quick and always wants to move on, or you need different stuff, this is not a game that you should go out and spend $60 on because it just brings the same exact puzzle every time you play it.
Okay, well, I think the biggest difference is that I love puzzles. I could do the same puzzle 50 times, just take it apart and put it back together. Yeah. You absolutely hate puzzles.
This isn't a con.
So you're saying it as a con, though.
No. No. Yep. It's a fact. It brings the same puzzle. I'm fine.
What I said also matters because your brain is doing it. Your brain enjoys it differently.
I'm fine with the puzzle. I'm fine with the puzzle.
You look like you're getting hot. I smell a little smoke.
I'm fine with the puzzle that this game brings, but it doesn't ever change.
Different.
It doesn't ever change.
But there's a big but in there. But it never
trust me, there is. You ain't jogging.
Yeah, never mind.
It works because it's so quick.
It works because it's fun.
And to me, you know what? You know why I sound like it was a con? I realized
because you're a very negative person. Negative Nykel.
Well, there's that, and then there's also. Just do it. There's also the fact that if I was playing this and it was taking an hour, like it says on the box, after about 40 minutes, I think I'd be sick. I'd be like, I'm done. Not sick.
That's because you're negative.
No, I just feel like nothing's changed.
I'd be fine.
Those are my other thoughts. Those are the other thoughts that I have.
So you're saying this is like your Kemet.
No, I like this game. I like this game. It doesn't do things different there's one way to play the puzzle, there's one way to play the game, and that's what you do every time. So
you could say that about any game.
No.
There's rules. There's rule books, meaning there's one way to play a game.
I feel like, are you just being contradictory or do you not understand what I'm saying? Because if you're just being contradictory, we can move on. But if you literally don't get my point, then I can't let it go.
That's for me to know. And you to just simmer on. We can move on though
Okay.
because
Let's
you're never
review
gonna
it.
change.
Let's review it. You got that right. That is true. That's a true statement. I'm proud of it.
Okay.
Let's review it. I mean,
Okay.
no, let's rate it. Would you like to do your rating first,
No, you
or
go
shall I?
first.
Okay, real quick overview of a rating. A 5 is the best game ever. I will always play it. I always want to play it. Even if you don't like it, I'll make you play it because it's that good. I don't rate a lot of
I kind of
5s.
want to give this a 5 just so that you have to play it.
I like
over
it.
and over
I
again.
like it. A 4 is
Get angry.
a 4 is a game that I always want to play. I would be like upset if you didn't want to play it. I would be legitimately upset, and I'd try my best to make you like it. But at the end of the day, if it was like a 1 or a 2 for you, I could probably move on because there's so many games and there's a lot of 4s out there. A 3 is a good game. I'll say this: a 3 is a good game. I'll like it. There's nothing wrong with it. A 3 is one that I want to get rid of, even though I like it. A 3.5 is I want to keep.
Mm-hmm.
A 2 is a game that's not for me. I don't want it. I don't want to play it. And a 1 is a bad game. It's broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's broke.
Trash.
Okay, so with that being said, I would give this game a 4.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
Okay. I didn't expect that
wanna
after
keep
your
it.
little whining.
I want to keep it. I want to keep playing it. I want to play
I
with
think
other.
you gave it a 4 just
wanna
because
play
of
it
what
with
I
other
was saying
people.
to you.
I really like it. None of those were cons. They were just facts. Just straight facts. All right, what would you give it?
What's really funny is that when we were going to review it last week, it was like a hard 3.5 for me, closer to a 3. But after like
After hearing
spending
me
no,
complain about it?
after like spending like a week on it, I'd say it's a 4.
4?
Which is weird.
It's a good game. It's
I
fun.
feel like sitting on it, I'm like, I could totally play that again.
I think that this game would drop for me if it took longer
Mm-hmm.
for us to
So
play.
maybe it's such a good thing the queen is badass.
Yeah, exactly. But the
Okay.
fact that it's just so quick, I'm like, it's fun and it's quick. Like, why would we get rid of this? We can play this.
That's why you married me.
Exactly. Fun and quick. All that's left is easy, and we're good to go. Yeah. So 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Those are good ratings for us.
Yeah, it is. And I actually really want to play this with other people, which is a first for me. Normally I'm like, I don't need to play anything with other people.
Yeah, it's a game that I feel like I can introduce to basically anyone.
Yeah.
People who like games, people who don't like, or
Yeah, and
people
we
who
can see
play
how
board
stupid
games,
people are.
and people who don't play board games. Yeah, exactly. Don't introduce it to your parents. They struggle with the whole. They would just struggle with they would struggle.
I don't know. Old people are probably better at puzzles.
That's
than
true.
we are.
Yeah, if you have like a parent
Yeah.
that plays Sudoku and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they might be able to do this. Anyways, that's all I got. You got anything else to say?
I'm right and you're wrong. Be kind.
Yeah, go out there, show kindness, watch our other videos, subscribe, comment, even if you don't subscribe or like, comment, and let's talk.
You spit on me, bro.